Fingers crossed.
Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Hopefully, third time is a charm here. We will see as far as that goes, because this is our third time doing a restart. The computer, the internet just crapped out for some reason. I think it was being overloaded from someplace. So we're trying something right now. I only have six channels up right now. I noticed something on one that it seemed like it was a little overloaded, and I'm thinking maybe that's where the overload is coming from, as far as to run me out or something like that. I'm not sure. But good morning, Rich Roberts, at Fireman Rich, here on Rumble Studios and some other platforms. As far as that goes, and the like, I'm over there on X, at Fireman Rich on X. We'll see what happens here after we're on 3 minutes. Let's see if we go 5 or 10. We get up to 10 minutes, I think we're safe to say. But good morning, Tina, our Jersey girl. Yes, I was not going to broadcast, but we had some. We did not get going where we were going to go yesterday for Thanksgiving, for me and the missus, because of weather. Weather prevented us from traveling to an undisclosed location up there in Vermont to sit down and break bread with family and friends. We made it was an hour before we were supposed to leave. Well, we woke up and the missus didn't have a comfortable feeling. I didn't, and the snow started coming down. We got about an inch out here. It's still out there. As we're waking up this Friday morning, 11.29.2024. Current time is 06:56 a.m. If this goes down again, Tina and everybody, I haven't posted this again because that's what it takes me so long. I make sure everything's scrubbed off of the last episode. All the episodes that bugged out are deleted, and also the posts that I put on X, Truth Social, and the Facebook. I scrubbed those. So I haven't posted on Truth Social or Facebook for this, but the X Live is on. And thank you for the like on the thought for the day this morning, Tina. I see that on X. And we're going to check out X. X is looking all right. Okay. And Facebook Live. We'll check that. And I got a sneaky suspicion it's one of my channels that, let's see, this is the Facebook. Yep, we got sound there. So we're good on the sound. Let's see what our signal is right now. So this is sort of an unusual occurrence. So let's see, Stream Manager. What do we have? Oh, and I went and got coffee. I do have the morning coffee. So this is still, even despite the restarts, it's still a hashtag positive start to the day, hashtag PSTTD. And we're at 11,000 KBGBs. And yeah, hey, Roger Fire from Australia. Good morning. Yes, I'm back. I think one of my channels, excuse me, one of my channels was, what do they call that when they I think I was getting blasted by one of the channels. Good morning, Tony D. Salute to you. Who hashtag positive start to today. Tony says good morning. Good morning, Tony. There we go. So I was not going to broadcast this morning. That I stated past the Wednesday, this past Wednesday and Monday morning coffee broadcast, and we didn't go anywhere, so we're here. So I figure I'm going to go ahead and broadcast. So, but we had a change of plans yesterday. But it was better to be safe than sorry and stuff like that, because there's a stretch of road from Binghamton to Albany. It's called Interstate 86. 88. We got 88. Oh, 88. I'm sorry. 86 is out here, but 88 going from Binghamton to Albany, and then we catch the road going over into Vermont. 88 is a higher elevation. Well, higher elevations got upward to 6 to 7 inches of snow, so I'm not going to be traveling through that. So even though back in my younger day I would, but I'm not that ambitious as far as that goes. So we made a phone call, and we decided, we informed family and friends that we were not going to come up there, and they understood. It's better to be safe, because I didn't want to get in an accident, which from what we've seen on the reports, there was a couple accidents. They had a stretch of 88 closed also. Route 88, yes, Route 88, Interstate 88 here in New York State. So when the traveling is not good, and we got about an inch, there's still an inch sitting out there on the ground. And like I said, higher elevations, if we get an inch, higher elevations always going to get 5 to 6, and I'm not going to travel. So I'm glad to have you all here on this. We had a little disruption as far as in the beginning, and I think we're going at 8. I think I figured out it was one of my channels. I was being throttled, I think, on one of the channels. I'm not going to say which channel. You could figure that out, I guess. But I think it sort of indicated after the second time I looked, and it just seemed like they're a channel I usually only get 4 or 5 people. It was upwards into. It was trying. I think there might be individuals on that, and on that particular platform, they're trying to crash it, which is okay. We still got other channels here. So, but it's good to be here on a Friday. And again, I'm not going to say I'm sorry. These things happen on the internet, and it's interesting stuff as far as that goes. But let me catch up with the comments. And Tina started with, there you are. Yeah, we're back. Third time's a charm there, Tina. And let's see, Tina's saying good morning from New Jersey. Our Jersey girl saying good morning. And Rogue Fire, he is coming in from Australia, the great continent and country of Australia, that I like to say. And you are our good friend and allies. We appreciate that. Interesting news from Australia, Rogue. We'll have to maybe comment on that later here about the passing of the social media protection down there. I saw that on the news. That made the news here in the States. Interesting stuff. And then Tony D coming in on salute to you, positive start to the day, and good morning to the missus. Just going over the comments here, and let's see. Tony saying good morning to Double J's on Twitch. Of course, the chat is going to still be there from the previous 2 times. So Double J's, if you're still here, he was here on the first go around. And Tony is saying good morning to Tina on Twitch. And also saying good morning, saying hey Tina on YouTube. He's on and saying hi to Rogue Fire on the Twitch. And Tina on YouTube is she bounces back and forth. She's over on the YouTube saying good morning to Tony. And Tony's just on the Rumble, just laughing his ass off from this knucklehead, just bumbling over as far as that goes. And Rogue Fire saying hi to Tony on Twitch, and Facebook is, and Tony says, yeah, I see Facebook. Facebook is good. Facebook's solid. I think the problem I had in the past, I forgot to check it. Excuse me. So the Facebook is good, and we're connected there, but we're minus one channel. So I'm not gonna state that channel because I may want to use that later on and stuff. But I think I was being throttled on one particular channel, so we exited out that channel, and we're sitting at 11 minutes. The signal is good, so that it still says it's unstable though. That's from Twitch, as far as that goes. So maybe we'll see what happens here. But we are getting our day started here, even though Tina, I don't know if you leave, Tina. That's okay. I know you like to be over there on Hal's broadcast. He's supposed. I guess he's going to be on Twitch. Yeah, he's on Twitch right now. So I'm broadcasting the same time. But you know, for those folks that are watching on the replay, you know, viewers, I really respect the viewers and the people in the chat. If they decide to watch another broadcaster, that's their prerogative. That's their and I don't make no bones about it. I don't hold that anything. And as far as that goes, because you know, let's see, they all play when I go to it. Rich, I'll see you soon. Okay, Tina. Yeah, okay. See, Tina and me understand. I know she likes being on Hal, and Hal's a good dude and stuff like that. He's a real radio entity, and I'm just glad that Tina, you know, she said good morning, so that's fine. I can, you know. So you have a good one, Tina. We'll talk to you later. What's this, Tony? They all play when I go to it. I'm not sure. When you're okay, the channels. Yeah, but I'll have to tell you on the side on that one, Tony. Okay, I want to be offline when I tell you what my observation is, and it'll be interesting. I don't want to make it public and stuff. It's not worth it. Okay, but it's an interesting thing. All the channels, yeah, all my channels, they usually go, but there's one in particular, and I noticed an anomaly that sort of indicates being throttled on that channel. I think if you're throttled on a channel when you're first starting, it disrupts it. I think that's the pattern. So I can tell you about it later. When we're in the green room on your broadcast, Tony D in the chat, for those folks that are watching, has a broadcast on Sundays, Belt Kings Fantasy Football. And there's his card, Tony D at Tony Tone 163. He's my brother veteran, good friend, and fellow broadcaster and stuff. We have a ball on there. Let me get this out of the way. This is also the people that are listening on the audio side on Spotify for creators. I'm repurposing this audio for day 29. We're almost done with NaPodPoMo. Check out napodpomo.org. That's the webpage for it. It stands for National Podcasters Post Month. I've been taking part in it, and it's basically a challenge where you do 30 audios for the month of November. This is the original audio month challenge. All others are copies, and this one's been going on for 17 years, and we're going to be making it to the finish line tomorrow when I do an audio for Spotify for creators. And so hello to all the people that are listening on those audio podcasting platforms as far as that goes. Heading back into work. Okay, Tony, thanks. Okay. You have a good one, man. We'll talk to you later. Are you working? Well, before you go, are you working that long or what? Today's supposed to be, it's in between Thanksgiving and the weekend. Is it a full day or just a half a day? If you're still there, if you're not, have a safe day today, Tony. Tony D. He's down there in Warner Robins, Georgia. But it is the audio month and stuff, so I do want to recognize that. I'm repurposing the audio that I do on the live streams, and also the audio podcast. I count that as my audio. It's doing audio. That's what it's all about. The rule is you just have to do 30 audios. Well, if I'm doing the audio anyway, why should I do another one? It counts as my audio submission. So this is day 29, and it's a quick month doing the audio. This wasn't even a challenge. I already had predestined audios to count for my challenge here. So I've been doing audio for quite some time as far as that goes. And it's always I enjoy that. And one of the issues I had the other day, my new sound setup, it's not really new. I thought I had a soundboard, the Behringer 802 wasn't working. What it basically, long story short, I just didn't have there's a surge bar over here, and there's a cable that goes all the way back to the back of the desk here, and that's where it's plugged in. Well, I unplugged it. It was plugged in, so I unplugged it. Did I try it? Oh, and I tried it over here, and I brought the cable out and I plugged it in over here, figuring it was a cord. It wasn't the cord. It's a solid extension, a mini extension cord. Well, when I plugged it in there, and it's like, oh, okay, it's not. Well, the problem is I didn't notice the light was off. I think one of the cats or I did turned the surge bar off. So if I would have tried it over in a socket back here, or there's a wall a socket back here, but there was too much junk there. So I had all these wires disconnected. And then one of the doodads that I do on my soundboard to bring it's an analog Behringer 802. So basically, these are analog connections right here. There's a right and left input output to this Behringer UFO 202. These cables come in from the soundboard, and then it goes in here, and then it goes out here into the computer. That's USB. This is the USB connection. Well, the old way, I only had one set of these on for 10 years, and the thing worked. Well, evidently it wasn't working, so I had to put both of them in, and it entails me the channel that I would usually normally use to control the volume for the PC desk computer, this computer right here that I'm looking, where the camera's on top of. I'm not using that channel anymore. It's the sound is controlled where it's supposed to be, I guess, in the main selection of the Behringer 802, and my sound is sounding a lot better. I've been told. The only thing is, I might have the sound coming from when I use the iPad Mini is a little bit lower, but it's attainable because I'm not using the same type of cable that I was using before to connect the iPad Mini into the soundboard. And the soundboard, or the iPad Mini with Boss Jock, that's when the intro music that you heard on this one came from Rumble Studios, because I have a file up there on that. Just in case this happens with the audio, I still have audio, intro, outro audio on the platform there. But the original, what I normally do, like the moo cow. I don't know if you heard that, but we'll see. That's at 1918. They'll give me a sound check. 1918. I can check on the replay. That was from the iPad Mini, and that's connected. The cable coming out of the iPad Mini is connected into my second microphone. You heard it? Okay, you did hear that, Rogan? Okay. See, that came from the iPad Mini. Okay, and it probably sounded a little bit better. It might have been a little bit lower. I don't know, but I think my soundboard after 10 years is set up the way it's supposed to be. So the sound is a little bit better, and I can keep it at certain levels, and that's a good thing. And then today we have the issues. Sound good, nice and loud. Okay, that's good. Thank you for that input, Rogan. Thank you very much, Rogan. That's good input. Thank you. I appreciate that feedback, because I can't hear it unless I hear it on the replay. But if you guys are saying it's good, and then the other thing connected with the soundboard, now that it's working, sounding better, and even the first broadcast I did was Wednesday morning, and you all said in the audience in the chat there said it was good, and I listened on the replay and it was good. So when I played PUBG Battlegrounds, I can hear now. I can hear the footsteps. So I think it was the way I had it originally, it was bridging over something. And then when I took all those cables out and reconnected them and finally got the sound going, it sounded a little bit better. And I'm thinking, yeah, that sounds a little bit better. But, as far as me talking, I don't hear the replay back unless I'm actually listening to a replay. So that's good to know that. And then this morning we have, and we're still doing pretty good, but so I think it still says it's unstable at 950. So I don't know why that is. But that's on Twitch. It says we're broadcasting at 9,517 KBSs, which is actually high. I might have to check. Maybe my settings got bumped a little bit, so we'll check that. But we're doing good on the broadcast, so that's a good thing. Let's see. Let's put it right here. Let's go ahead and refresh that and see what that does. It says it was still unstable there. Let me refresh the. And then it might be the internet is just a little wonky this morning. Yeah, it still says we're a little unstable, so there might be something going on there. Okay, we'll just leave it at that and stuff. And but good to be here, and because the first two times it crapped out was right at about 5 minutes, so we're sitting at 22 minutes. So I think we're good to go for the broadcast here. Even though we're a little late, I'm still doing it. I wasn't supposed to be doing this broadcast anyway if we went to where we were supposed to go in yesterday. But again, due to weather, it's always safe than to be sorry. And like I said, my days of getting from point A to point B when there's 5 to 6 inches of snow on the road, I'm not doing that anymore. I don't want to take I don't want the aggravation of getting an accident and stuff like that. And the chances of having an accident, even if I'm really cautious on that stretch of road, it can be precarious, even with 2 inches of snow. So, and I know the snow plows are going and stuff because this webpage what is it? 551? Yeah, 511 New York. Thank you. That webpage 511 newyork.com gives all the road conditions here in New York State. Rogan, I used to have to ride my motorcycle in the snow. Can get here. Oh, wow, that it can get hairy. Wow. No, I never done. I've ridden a motorcycle in the rain back when I had a Honda 450 when I was in high school. It was actually my dad's, but he never rode it anymore. So I just took it over and stuff. As far as my senior year in high school, I had that to ride around in, and I've ridden that in the rain. That can be pretty precarious too, as far as that goes. But based on what we saw on that particular page, 511.com for New York State road conditions, and it's pretty accurate. And it gives when I first saw it was all in green. Then the missus was looking on it on her computer after she got up, and she says no, it looks like. And I looked, it was a little bit yellow, and then like an hour after we got up, there was a good portions of it. It was all yellow, and then it went to red after we canceled our hotel. We're going to stay up overnight there, and we would have came back this morning. So we had a nice quiet Thanksgiving in this empty house with just me and the missus. Because usually we have Thanksgiving dinner here with my kids and stuff like that over the years, but they're out of the house now, and they're on their own. So it's it's a little bit different, and that's all part of life as far as that goes. All right, let's see. Currently, here in the upstate New York, where I'm at, we have a temperature of 33 degrees Fahrenheit right now. We still have the snow on the ground. It's not like that last snowstorm. So that's 2 snowstorms we've had. I got to figure out. I think we're supposed to get like 8 or 9 this. So winter, even though it's not officially winter with the snow, you could say it's winter time now. 33 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 0.555 degrees Celsius. On the Celsius scale, 555. A very 555 is a number in the fire department that we remember our fallen firefighters. They ring the bell 5 times, pause, 5 times, pause, 5 times, pause, for those that have fallen and have since left us. And let's see, our weather for today. As far as that goes, it's still cold out, so we're not in no hurry to take a walk, I guess.
No, even if we do it later after
Okay.
groceries.
Okay, yeah, that might, yeah.
I mean, we'll play it by ear.
Even if we take the day off, we're gonna take the day off. I don't know. We got to get a walk in. We didn't get a walk in yesterday because of the
That
snow.
bad habit, you know.
Yeah, we don't want to get in the habit. We've only walked one day this. Let's see, when did we walk? I got it. I got written down here to keep track of it. We've walked. Yeah, we only walked 2 days. We walked Monday and Wednesday. So we can't, and we took yesterday off because we thought we were traveling, but the snow, well, we just said, screw it, we won't walk. We got to walk today. We can't have 2 days off. But let's see, today we got cloudy skies, a few flurries and snow is possible, high of 38, so it's going to be in the cold range there. Winds out of the west by southwest, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sun rose this morning at 7:13. That was 6 minutes ago. It's 7:19 currently right now. And the sun will be setting at 4:37. And when 4:37, it drops, boom, and it gets dark here. Turn the lights on. As far as that goes. So let's see here. Our world times and temperatures as we speak. And let's see, gotta make sure I find this one. Where's that one? There we go, right there. Starting in Honolulu, Hawaii at 2:19 a.m. Cloudy skies, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Phoenix, Arizona at 5:19 a.m. Clear skies, 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Chicago, Illinois at 6:20. The Windy City, cloudy skies, 25 degrees Fahrenheit. New York City, the jungle, as I like to call it, at 7:20 a.m. It's 7:20 a.m. here in the upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York where I live. Good morning, Smoke and Schizo, coming in from Florida. Glad to have you here. My brother, Air Force veteran, fellow broadcaster there on Twitch. Thank you for being here, my friend. New York City is cloudy skies, 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Going across in Warner Robins, Georgia. Tony, before he had to go back to work, he let us know that down there in Georgia, Warner Robins, right south of Macon, Georgia, at 43 degrees Fahrenheit, high of 55, 36 for the low, and cloudy in Macon, or in Warner Robins, Georgia. Across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean in Cork, Ireland at 12:21 p.m., 54 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's raining in Cork. In Milan, Italy at 1:21 p.m., partly cloudy with a little sun, 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Swinging over to Kuala Lumpur at 8:21 p.m. in their evening, clear skies, 79 degrees Fahrenheit. Up in Tokyo, Japan, at 9:21 p.m., cloudy skies with a little clearing, partly cloudy, partly clear, 48 degrees Fahrenheit. And down under on the great continent of Australia, the great country and great ally to the United States of America, and we appreciate that very much. And we really mean that. Us Aussies are, in my book, are very. I met a few when I was in the military, so I have great respect for the Australians down under. In Melbourne, Australia, at 11:22 p.m., cloudy skies, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow, it's getting warm there, and it's nighttime. You got your summer going over there, Rogan. And in Sydney, Australia, at 11:22 p.m., cloudy skies, 70 degrees over there, and you're getting ready to finish your day. It's nighttime there, late night, and it's 70 degrees. Woo! Summertime is approaching Australia. That's what I mean. The temperatures here are cold, so they're down there in the southern hemisphere, so we're opposites as far as our climate goes. Let's see. There we go. Those are our world times and temperatures as I speak, and let's see. What happened here? I'm missing a page. Let me see if I can just set this up. We've got minor issues happening and stuff like that. And let's see. Okay, we're live on Facebook. We're live. We got 5 viewers on the X Live. Let's see, what's this? Tony D liked the video, the live stream on Facebook. And we have 2 people on Rumble, 1 person on Locals, YouTube Live. Let's see what we got on the YouTube Live. We have 1 person on YouTube Live. And that's it. 1, 2, and X. And those are the channels we're broadcasting on. Let's see, Rogan. It's around 97 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, but it's raining here, so it's a bit cooler. Okay, that's good. Okay, so they got 97 degree weather in Australia today. Okay, that's definitely summer weather. Hey, Laura. Good morning. How you doing, Laura? Coming in from Norway. Thank you for being here, Laura. It took us 3 tries to get this broadcast going today. It's only good fun there. Well, we got 4 or 5 people over on X Live, so thank you. Let me see. We're going to do our thought for the day, which is, let's see. Which one is it? 53 minutes, and that's the actual one we're doing right now. We're at 31 minutes, so I can delete these. I'm going to delete those. I forgot to delete those. Let me clean up on aisle. Delete that. If I delete the wrong one, I can just we'll see. And I don't need that one either. Let's go ahead and delete that one. I forgot to delete the 2 previous broadcasts, the bogus broadcasts on the X Live broadcast. So we're still on X Live. Okay. Our thought for today is a quote from Muhammad Ali, one of the great boxers that grew up with, as far as listening. Never really. I just seen replays of his boxing, but he's a great boxer, a great American professional boxer. Who's nicknamed the greatest, and he was the greatest. He is regarded as one of the most significant sports figures of the 20th century, widely regarded as one of the greatest heavyweight boxers of all time. And he held the heavyweight title from 1964 to 1970. So his quote and our thought for the day goes, "He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life." Let me read that again. He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life. Muhammad Ali. And I got a comment on this one. What's the comment on this one? As Muhammad Ali wisely said, courage and risk-taking take. Oh, this is a comment, somebody. Courage and risk-taking are essentials for success. Embracing the unknown often leads to great achievements. And that's basically the meaning of that. It's a reminder that you need to take risks, and it is an important part of life. And that avoiding them can mean missing out on opportunities. So there we have it. A good background on the comment and the take I have on it. And thank you. Who's that? Sag Woo. An hour ago when I posted it up there. So thank you very much. And that's our thought for the day from Muhammad Ali. God bless and Godspeed, sir. A great American boxer. And let's see, we do have yesterday the National Day was, of course, Thanksgiving. And most people, I don't know, we got the missus joining us in the studio. Most people back to work, I guess, or what?
Depends on what
Yeah,
the
it depends
job
on
is.
the job. Yeah, yeah, that's
I
true.
mean-
Tony's working today.
Yeah, most people are.
Yeah,
Some people probably have to. I mean,
yeah. Well, today's
Brad and Jake do, but I don't know if they.
yeah,
if
yeah.
They,
Today is Black Friday, so
it's Black Friday.
we're not going. Well, you're
I'm
going.
going to the grocery store, but that's fine. As
Yeah,
long as
that's-
I get there before noon.
Yeah, it's not going to be that. It's
Yeah,
not like the
in the
right.
afternoon it might be busy, but in the
Be
morning,
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see like Walmart and all that if they had the lines.
Target did. Well, about 100 people waiting at Target this morning
Oh,
in Vestal.
did your sister go out?
Deb? Okay, she didn't do that anymore.
Okay, she doesn't do that. Okay. Okay, so on our national days today, we got electronic greeting day. Well, I'm greeting you all right now, so here on the broadcast. So I'm not going to count that one. Let's see. Welcome Giving Day, day after Thanksgiving. Okay, well, Mez Day. What's that? Oh, okay. May's Day, day after Thanksgiving. Buy Nothing Day, day after Thanksgiving. You like that one, don't you? Black Friday, yeah, it's gonna probably end up being Black Friday because it is Black Friday. That's a big day here in the United States. It's Black Friday on the internet too. Amazon, they've been doing Black Friday for the last week, but in the United States here, the day after Thanksgiving has become known as Black Friday and is considered the official kickoff of the holiday shopping. No, well, for shopping, but the official kickoff of the holiday season for me happened yesterday because one of the things not going, I was able to watch. We had the Macy's Day Parade. I did see Santa Claus. I posted the picture up there on my X feed. Black Week on stream. Yes. Black Week on stream, Laura. Yes. But we call it Black Friday here in the United States. And retailers across the country slash prices, offer door-busting deals on popular big ticker items, and often open to the wee hours of the morning to extend the early bird specials. Dedicated and thrifty shoppers line up outside the stores to be the first to grab the special deals and fight over them. As you can see, you've seen many a YouTube of them. And this season's popular, hard to find gift. And I have not gone out on Black Friday. God, this is back when the kids were younger, way younger. And let's see, stream, not stream, where you can buy games. Yeah, exactly. Or no, Steam. Steam, not stream, where you can buy. Yeah, okay. Oh, Black Week on Steam. I'm sorry. Okay, thank you, Laura. I'm reading a tiny print here. Okay. I didn't use my bifocals. Okay. It's Steam Black Week to buy games. I have to check that out because there's a couple games. I still got, I have not played, I purchased for Guild Wars 2, which is more than 19 years old. It's 2 years older than Lord of the Rings, and I know Lord of the Rings is 17 going on 18. So Guild Wars is going on 20 years. I bought the last expansion for it, and I just started playing it. I got to get back playing that. But yeah, Steam has some good deals, I guess. I've seen that, Laura. That's thank you for that. But it is Black Friday, so that's the national day today. So hashtag Black Friday. How to observe it? Well, if you're a shopper, you're already out there and you're beating the crowds. The other way is like what I'm doing. I don't go out on Black Friday. As far as that goes. So, but yeah, you can get some amazing deals, and it's an interesting here in the States, an interesting cultural thing to see people back on the days whether you had the what's the Elmo? What was that? Tickle Me Elmo?
Tickle Me Elmo.
Yeah. Oh, I seen people. It was in the Walmart. They were arguing over the last Tickle Me. Even though they had a whole bunch, the guy comes out, hey, wait a minute, we got a bunch of them. We're going to bring up here. So this, oh, I don't know. Tickle Me Elmo. I wonder if they're worth anything. We did do I did do an audio podcast yesterday morning when I woke up. Let's see. Laura says, I will buy a couple games as prices are good. Yeah, that's what I've seen that. I have noticed that. because I usually run my Battlegrounds, PUBG Battlegrounds through Steam, and that's a free download and stuff. But I when I purchased the expansion pack for Guild Wars, this is a couple months back. That was only $20. So they slashed the prices. I'm not going to be mad, but I wouldn't be surprised they slashed that down to $10. But there's a couple games I got some titles that I'm looking at. I have the discs, but the disc won't, the CD disc, they're Windows XP, and I guess it's hard to try and work that into this Windows 11 computer. It's just worth it to just buy it on Steam and have it located over there. So it is Black Friday, as far as that goes. So yesterday we did do the audio podcast. I presented a story about the which side dish is the most popular. It seems like mashed potatoes is, and that was an article dating back to 2021, because it was sort of I said I was only going to do an audio. I said, let's go ahead and do an audio podcast on Spotify for podcasters. So we did that, and we got good listens yesterday. So thank you, Spotify for podcasters listeners there, down all those other Spotify and all those other audio podcasting platforms. And but next week, because it'll be 2 weeks, I'll be doing the Mixcloud broadcast, the Tioga Radio Show, on December 3rd. December 3rd, 17th, and 31st. We'll get three episodes of that where I present 8 songs. So we'll do that. And I do that on every other Tuesday. And then on the alternating weeks, it's Tuesdays and Thursdays, I do the Fireman Rich audio podcast over there on Spotify for creators, which the people that are listening to on there right now, we're at 43 minutes into the broadcast here. Thank you very much. You didn't get to experience the throttling I got on the first 2 attempts, and which looks like we're still. Let me refresh this. It's still indicating on Twitch that we have an unstable. I like looking at all these indicators as far as the broadcast. It's interesting stuff. But we've been on for 43 minutes, so I think what I thought was causing the problem was the problem. It's just observing something on a different page as far as that goes, and it sort of indicated that I was being throttled on the page. I might have to check the connection as far as that goes. Yep, it still says we're unstable, so there might be something going on with the internet. Okay, Tina's not here, but we're going to still show it. Hang on for a minute. I got a sneeze coming on. Excuse me. Let's see. Laura says the Rising games are super good RPG. You'll get them for a real good price. I'll have to write that down. Let's see. Rising games. Okay. I'll put that on my notes here. Laura, let's see. RISEN games. I'll check them out. I got a little box here to check it out. And really good price. Check them out and see if something for you. Single player. Okay. I'm always game to look at new games and stuff like that. And Steam has a good selection of games and stuff. So as far as that goes, let's see. We're going to do 100 years ago. If I can find it here on Fox. There it is for the 27th, which was Wednesday. So let's get this set up and see how we're doing. Let's see. How's our sound over on the Twitch side? Okay, we're doing good on there. Sound is good. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get this set up and do 100 years ago. Let's do, let's see, text. We got to get rid of that. Bring it up to present. See who, let's see. Yeah, that's still working. Okay, there we go. Okay, we'll go ahead and see what Roger Luther has to say. and get this started.
"100 years ago today, the annual football game between Binghamton Central High School and Union Endicott will take place at Ideal Park tomorrow afternoon. 71 prisoners are currently held in the Broome County Jail. Tomorrow they will all be treated to a Thanksgiving dinner with roast pork and mince pie. The A&J Manufacturing Company, with its factory at the corner of Water and Eldridge Streets, is experiencing rapid growth and is now expanding with the addition of a new building. Company manufactures kitchen utensils and other hardware items. And finally, last night, while students were celebrating the upcoming Binghamton and Union Endicott football game, vandals desecrated the base of the Daniel S. Dickinson Monument in front of the courthouse by writing comments on it with chalk. And that was the news 100 years ago.
Graffiti 100 years ago, but instead of using paint, they used chalk. I guess they didn't have spray paint back then, as far as that goes. Daniel S. Dickerson, he's an individual here in Broome County there that was very significant in the community. But vandals, they probably said probably someone from Binghamton or Union Endicott high schools there that was doing that. Let's see. Arma 3 is 80% off. Realistic war game can be played co-op. I have it if you are up for it. Oh, let me put that down on the list there, Laura. Let's see. What is it? Arma 3. Okay, 80% off. Ooh, I like that deal. They're practically giving it away. Thank you, Laura. And let's see, a lot of prisoners in the Broome County Jail on for Thanksgiving dinner, but they didn't have turkey. They had roasted pork and mince pie. I'm not a fan of mince pie. I like apple is my favorite, and that's actually the preferred pie, I guess, during Thanksgiving. You would figure pumpkin is, but what is it? When I was doing the audio podcast yesterday, the interesting story I presented indicated that apple edged out pumpkin by about 1%. I like having both. If you have, even maybe a half a slice of mincemeat, I would throw in there just to try it again, I guess. I just remember I can't remember the taste, but I remember I didn't really care. Maybe it's just, I tell you, another good pie on Thanksgiving Day is pecan. Oh, I love pecan pie. It's good. But apple is my favorite. I love apple pie. I love a good, especially matter of fact, the missus, she, one of the dishes she was going to take up was homemade applesauce. Okay. Seeing that when she had a big jar of applesauce. So, seeing that we weren't going up there yesterday, she ended up taking that applesauce yesterday and she made some, apple crisps. She put a layer. So that was pretty tasty last night for dinner. Apple pie and ice cream. Yes, exactly, Rogan. That's and for me it has to be vanilla ice cream. Nothing apple pie a la mode, with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. I love vanilla. And it's vanilla with what the hell is it? Vanilla bean. You have to, vanilla bean, vanilla ice cream. That's the best as far as that goes. So we didn't have any ice cream last night, but we had that apple crisp, and that was good. That was very good. Okay, let's see. I'll refresh my coffee here in a little bit. I still have half a cup. I'm sort of in disarray. Not really disarray, but what is it? A little. It still says we're unstable. That's interesting. It's very interesting. Let's see. We're still setting up about 10,000 kbs. So I'm wondering, I'm going to have to check my connection because sometimes in OBS, I use OBS. Like last time, it was bogging out my settings, sometimes I don't touch them, but because you use it, something on the internet bumps them and stuff. But I really think it was one channel was throttling, because I don't have that channel right now. And let's just say that the 2 times it bugged out when I went on that channel, it sort of indicated by the multiple copies of just the 10 minutes I was up on both those broadcasts. There's multiple people numbers on the viewer count, and I don't usually get those type of numbers on there, but there was multiple of them. So it was like I was being throttled. That's the impression I got. It sort of indicated. So Big Juice, hello, Steve. Well, hello. How was that? Thanks. Well, we didn't go up to the undisclosed location in Vermont because of weather. You sent us weather to where the road going up from Albany from Binghamton, New York to Albany, Interstate 88, which is at a higher elevation, had like 6 inches of snow on it. So we did not travel yesterday. We stayed home. But we had a very good Thanksgiving, me and the missus. We watched the Macy's Day Parade. We watched football. I'm going to get to those scores here. Oh, that's the one thing. We can get to the scores, the football scores. Thank you. Thank you, Big Juice, for reminding me. So I hope you had a good Thanksgiving Day, Steve. Appreciate it. And so it was an empty house, just me and the missus, but family and friends understood as far as up there in Vermont at the undisclosed location. And we'll just get up there some other time as far as for family gathering and stuff like that to see. But we weren't going to risk. As soon as we woke up, we both had a feeling, because we had there's still like an inch of snow out here on that weather that came out from your way over here into New York. Because for the people that are watching the live stream and listening on the audio side on Spotify for creators, Steve lives out in Ohio, so the weather he gets, it travels east into New York. So we had. Did you get much snow your way? Did you get any snow at all, or did it just start when it hit New York? Because we had colder temperatures here in New York yesterday. So says bit rate is down. And Steve says no snow, just wet and rain. Okay, so it was wet and rain, but we had colder temperatures here. So like I said, we had just after when we made the call, it was about an hour after we said no, we're not, because we go to this site. It's called 511ny.com, and that shows the road conditions here in New York, and that stretch of road from Binghamton to Albany. It's higher elevations. They had like 5-6 inches. You could see that it would have been precarious. I use that word again, precarious. I just didn't want to get in an accident. 48 degrees and raining here. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're a little bit warmer out there in Ohio and stuff like that. A great state, the Buckeye State. There's a big football game coming on there. Ohio and Michigan. Is that this weekend, or is that, when is that game? I have to look up that game. I saw a commercial yesterday when I was watching the football games. But let's get to the football games. Oh no, before we get to the football games, let's finish the history here. History, let's see, on this day back in 1972, and I had this game. The very first, can you remember what the very first video game was that was unveiled back in 1972? And my parents, they bought, me and my older brother, we played this to the max. We were like the cool brothers on the street there in Appalachian there. Nobody's gonna answer. It was called Pong. Pong was unveiled by Nolan Bushnell, the founder of Atari, who placed the arcade game in a Sunnyvale, California tavern, where it became the first commercially successful video game, launching Atari as the first major video game company. 1972. We got it for Christmas, the Pong game. It was do 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 do. That's my impression of Pong. Let's see, 1963. Lore. Forecast says temperatures will rise the next days here, which is odd for December. coming up. Really? Okay. Let's see. 1963, I Want to Hold Your Hand by the Beatles was released in the UK. And for the first time, the country's history advanced pre-orders for the record past the 1 million mark. Wow, that's back in 1963. In 1999, Northern Ireland, Protestants and Catholics power sharing government was formed when 10 members were elected to the Northern Ireland Assembly. And they had a history back in the 60s, early 70s, especially the 60s. So the Belfast was a battlefield and it wasn't good. I mean, I can remember going down when I would spend summers down in Brooklyn, going down to the local grocery store for my grandmother to get the daily quart of milk, and then the New York Post and New York, the Daily Post and New York Post for my grandfather. On the front page, there's another bombing in Belfast and stuff. That was bad. And let's see, in 1999, down there in Australia, the Aussie Basilica, dedicated to St. Francis, opened 2 years after an earthquake sent the magnificent fresco ceiling crashing down in the hillsides of. Oh, this is in Italy. Oh, I'm sorry. This is in the hillsides of an Italian town. It just said Aussie. Maybe that's not Aussie. It's ASSISI, whatever the Basilica. It's dedicated. That's over in Italy. They had an earthquake in Italy. I remember there was an earthquake in, was it Churchtown? Is that the name of the place? Churchtown. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to take a break here real quick. I'm hearing Jack meowing here, folks. I will be right back. we're back. And we're back. And I had to take care of Jack. I heard him meow out there, so he needed some assistance. And let's see. Oh, in New Zealand. Oh, that's right. Where the hell is that? What's it called? Christchurch or Church? I'm looking at New Zealand right now. Queenstown, Lake Tekapo, Christchurch. Thank you, Rogan. Thank you. That's okay. Appreciate that. Christchurch. Yeah, they had a big earthquake there. I remember. I'm not sure what year that was. But I thought that when I was talking about the history there, that that was a 2011. Thank you, Rogue Fire. Appreciate that. But the interesting about when I almost was going to go through Christchurch, because that's the launching point for people that go down to. I was looking into, when I got out of the service, I was looking into possibly taking employment down there on the Antarctica. For the U.S. As a firefighter down there. They were looking for firefighters, and it was one of those things I was looking at, and looking into it. I probably would have got snatched up real quick. But there's 6 months. It's a 6 month stretch that you have to be down there, and like in the military. It would be like a TDY and stuff. But there was plenty of jobs around here that I was looking into it, but where Christchurch comes into, that's where they fly into. You fly from out of Christchurch into Antarctica, and one of the outfits that provides the transportation is the 90th Air National Guard here in New York State. They're in Buffalo, and so I almost made it to New Zealand if I would have took that job, but I didn't. If I was by myself, if I wasn't married and had kids, I probably would have took it. But it looked interesting to be down in the Antarctica. There's not too many people that that go down there. It's all research and stuff like that. But there was jobs there for support of the research facilities, and one of those is firefighting, as far as all aspects. I would have been primarily down there for the aircraft rescue firefighting, which I did for 20 years in the Air Force, which I would have been snatched up real quick from what I was told and stuff. But I didn't go. I ended up working here locally at IBM, the birthplace of IBM in Endicott. So it just, when Christchurch is mentioned there, I remember that as far as that goes. But 2011, that was a bad earthquake too. That was a really bad earthquake as far as that goes. Let's see. And it just said this thing. It says the Azzi Basilica. Okay, it's in Italy. It's an Italian church. Yeah, they killed 185 people. Yeah, it's just one or two people. It's too many. It's too many. But okay, let's see. Finishing up the history, and I refreshed my coffee too while I was taking care of Jack. Let's see. Let's see. What do we have here? We have in 1929, Navy Lieutenant Commander Richard. Oh, here. I didn't even plan this. I swear not. I talked about going through Christchurch to Antarctica. I swear you, I'm just reading this for the first time. On this day in 1929, Lieutenant Commander Richard E. Byrd, pilot Bernard Barshalin, radio operator Harold June, and photographer Ashley McKinley made the first airplane flight over the South Pole. I'm just reading that. I just talking. That's a coincidence. Is somebody watching me here? That's that is so uncanny. Wow. Somebody maybe the people there that wow, that's interesting. The famous bird expedition. Yeah, the famous bird expedition. Exactly. But I was just talking. I didn't even plan that. I just reading this particular page that I get my. This is AP history for today, and I'm just reading that for the first time. So just the coincidence is unreal. 1961, Enos, the chimp, was launched from Cape Canaveral aboard a Mercury Atlas V spacecraft, which orbited the Earth twice before returning. So he actually, that wasn't a suborbital. That was an actual orbit. That was the first American launch into space on a Mercury Mercury Atlas was, I know it was a Mercury rocket, because the Mercury Atlas was used for Gemini. The regular Mercury rocket was two variations, but the Mercury rocket, the Redstone, it was a Redstone rocket, I think. Alan Shepard was the very first American in suborbital, and then they when they finished the Mercury shots, they went to the Gemini. The Gemini was atop the Mercury Atlas, as far as that goes. Don't tell me I missed 100 years ago today, Rich. Yeah, we did. We can replay it though, Steve, if you want. We have it right here. Let's replay this for Steve. Stand by, Steve. We'll replay it. It doesn't hurt to, yeah. It's a funny one too, especially the ending with the shenanigans that the hoodlums do at on a statue. Let me get to this one. We're going to replay this one for Steve. Stand by, Steve. Let's see. We want to studio text. Get rid of the text. Go to the thing, and here we go.
100 years ago today, the annual football game between Binghamton Central High School and Union Endicott will take place at Ideal Park tomorrow afternoon. 71 prisoners are currently held in the Broome County Jail. Tomorrow they will all be treated to a Thanksgiving dinner with roast pork and mince pie. The A&J Manufacturing Company, with its factory at the corner of Water and Elbridge Streets, is experiencing rapid growth and is now expanding with the addition of a new building. The company manufactures kitchen utensils and other hardware items. And finally, last night, while students were celebrating the upcoming Binghamton and Union Endicott football game, vandals desecrated the base of the Daniel S. Dickinson Monument in front of the courthouse by writing comments on it with chalk. And that was the news 100 years ago.
That comment, they didn't use, I guess they didn't have spray paint back in the day, Steve. They used chalk, but that was very, how do they put it? That was very bad of them. Those hoodlums. It was probably one of the, well, I think that statue was in Binghamton, so it was probably one of the football players on the Union Endwell football team back then when they played their football game. It's something. Oh my God. At least it was easy. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the funny thing. You know, by comparisons of today's graffiti, you need the pressure washer, the special pressure washer now with all the different paints. Oh no, that was Rogue. Rogue Fire said, at least it was an easy cleanup. Exactly, Rogan. And Big Juice says, well, at least they didn't hang their underwear. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that too. I don't know. Toilet paper and all that bit. Back in the day, 100 years ago. Let's see. Continuing with what else do we got in the history? It was on this day, sadly, in 2001, former Beatle George Harrison passed away in Los Angeles following his battle with cancer. He was only 58. Wow. I take a moment there. I'm a cancer survivor, so that's too. And I'm 66. I'm not sure what cancer he had, but it just any cancer is a scourge. So God bless you, George Harrison, and Godspeed. I like his good music. He one of the Beatles there. One of the Beatles. Let's see. What else do we have here? Anything? Nope, just crapola and stuff there. And let's see. We did have some NFL football action for every Thursday or every Thanksgiving, which is the fourth Thursday of the November. We do have football. That's part of the Thanksgiving tradition. And I noticed on the football players, there was 3 games yesterday. Usually there's only 2. They had 3 games. And we have a football game today called the Black Friday. It's going to be aired on Twitch, on Amazon and Twitch. And what time is that game? The football, the American football, that's the throw football. That game is on today. It's between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs at 3 p.m. Eastern on Prime Video. Okay. So, even when I was growing up as a kid, football, there was a football game on Thanksgiving, and the 2 teams that have always played on Thursday is the Dallas Cowboys and Detroit. Detroit start yesterday playing the Bears. They beat the Bears 23-20. That was a close game. And the Cowboys, they played the Giants, and they won 27-20. And then last night in Green Bay, I picked the Dolphins. The Packers were able to won against the Dolphins 30-17. So the Packers are coming back. That's interesting. So I picked the Lions to win, the Cowboys to win. I picked the Dolphins where they lost. And then the Chiefs, I picked the Chiefs. The Chiefs should win that game. And then we have football games coming in this Friday. And I wonder if I got my – let me check something here real quick. Nope, I did not get the updated status for what the hell is going on here? Oh no, that's okay. Now, okay, that's the Twitch channel on my main box here. I still had it on. I said, wait a minute, that's not my picture. So for football, I didn't really watch. I had the game on and I was watching it, but I wasn't watching it because it was pretty obvious, especially the Lions. They were leading, and then the Cowboys were leading in the first half. So I had the football games that I was sort of casually watching it. I wasn't really glued to it. The one game I am interested in this Sunday is when the Bills play the 49ers. 49ers come into Buffalo, New York to play the Buffalo Bills at 8:20 p.m. on Sunday, December 1st. That's the late night game. That's the one game I am really interested in. The rest of the games Sunday, if I'm scanning over them, maybe the Seattle Jets game. I hope the Seattle Jets just trounce on the Jets. I'm sorry to say. The Jets, they need to get a new quarterback. I know there's some diehard fans out there that says, Rodgers is the second coming. No. They need to retool that whole team, along with the Giants. The Giants and Jets, their seasons are done. So thank God for the Buffalo Bills. The Giants, Daniel Jones, the quarterback for the Giants, it was this past Wednesday. He got on waivers, so he was able to be traded to the Minnesota Vikings, and I think he's going to do good there as a backup quarterback. But the Giants, they're just, I don't know what's going on with them or the Jets. They thought bringing Aaron Rodgers is going to be a good deal, but the Jets they're not moving the ball forward, the proverbial ball forward. And they said, they're not going to be making the playoffs. I very much doubt, and definitely not the Giants. Steelers and Bengals, that's going to be an interesting game on Sunday. And then, maybe Eagles-Ravens, too. That's the 4 o'clock game. So there's a couple interesting games. But the Bills-49ers, that's the game I want to watch. Because the 49ers, I don't know. they're like a hit and miss or something like that. So let's see what else we have in the news now. Getting back to Fox News. Let's see. How long have we been on for now? Been gabbing. We're still unstable. Still unstable. Let me just refresh this page to see if we're still in an unstable state from what Twitch is saying on the I wonder if that's just residual from the previous. Yep, it still says unstable. Okay. Let's see. Fox 40. Let's see what's in the news. If let's go ahead and scan the news. How long have we been on, huh? Let's see. Hour and 18. We're going to probably just go an hour and 30 minutes unless we have something in the news here. Let's see. Oh, we have a fire. Fire crews battle fully involved house fire in town of Maine. Let's see what this is about. This is on Fox. Okay, let's see what this is. Okay, let's see what this one's about.
Emergency crews responded to a fully involved house fire this evening in the town of Maine. The call came in just after 7 p.m. for a house fire and was later upgraded to a second alarm fully involved house fire. According to Broome County Firewire, authorities were able to remove all occupants from the home. Responding agencies included Maine Fire, East Maine Fire, Maine EMS, Endicott Fire, Union Center Fire, West Corners Fire, Glen Aubrey Fire, Whitney Point Fire, Prospect Terrace Fire Company, Broome County Sheriff's Office, and NISEC. This is a developing story, and we will provide more information as it becomes available. Emergency crews.
Okay, I brought it back to this picture because let me see. Let me go to the fire. They reference Firewire. Yeah, the building Rogue Fire. There was I think there was no injury in this fire. Let me check real quick here. Let me check the. This was being reported as of the 27th, which was Wednesday evening at 7:40. So this was Wednesday evening. They said flames could be seen at 8 p.m. Wednesday evening, and they're going to provide. We'll see. Maybe there might be something of an update on. I didn't hear on that initial report that there was any injuries. I got everybody out, but I'm looking. I wanted to bring it back to this picture of the actual fire, and you can see most of the charring is upstairs. It does look like there's some fire down. There was some fire. They knocked out the front windows. There's some darkening down here. There's still fire. So it might have started downstairs and extended upstairs, but there's still fire up there. Let me see. This is what you look on this side. This is the side of the building. It's mostly charred. So the fire started on this side. It could have started down in the ground floor and then went upstairs, but this is heavily charred up here compared to below. So I almost want to think it started upstairs, and they're still fighting fire here off to the right as far as that goes. So, but we had quite a bit of, we had how many departments? We had 1, 2, 3, 4. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 fire departments. So this was a rural fire department. So they probably brought their tankers in, and as far as that goes, and this was an external. Just by this picture right here, you can see the firefighters are outside. They have their Scott Air Packs. Once you get everybody out, it becomes a defensive fire. So they don't go inside the building, because that building, it looked pretty sketchy, because just from this picture right here, as you can see, most of the charring is upstairs. There's still some fire up there. That means that second story floor, the second story floor the floor for the second floor could have been compromised, and that could have been there could be a possible collapse there. So these are the aspects of the firefighter I'm looking at, where the majority of the fire was starting out was over here, and there's a chimney over here. So it could have. I wonder if they had a. That looks like a chimney. So that's a source where the fire may have started. There could be the kitchen on the side, or else somebody's smoking in bed, for that fact, or some sort. But if it's a fast-moving fire, well, it needs to be investigated. It could be some hanky-panky there, because by all indications from what it said, yeah, they said, okay, Broome County Fire Wire said all occupants were able to get out of the fire. So that's a good thing. So that means there was no, they didn't report any injuries. Let me go to FireWire. Let's see, FireWire. I don't know if that's Broome FireWire. Let's see. I think it's Broome. I think Broome has Broome FireWire. Okay, yeah, let's see. Let me see what the Broome Fire, they might have more pictures on it and stuff, an update. Okay, here it is. Let's see. Let's go over the comments for Broome FireWire. Yeah, they started at 7:17. It's a second alarm. It went into a second alarm. They had fires going. Tanker, they had tankers going there. Tanker 44, tanker 47, engine 29. Command 33 requested a ladder truck from station 24. Broome County ladder 24 is out of service. Commander 33 requests an evacuation from Town of Maine Highway to the scene. Town of Maine High excavator on scene. Squad, they had ambulance emergency. They got the squad responding. So they don't have any pictures on the FireWire, but that's just the comments that are over there. So, so the most important thing is there was no loss of life. It's just a structure that got burnt out. They can rebuild this, and it looks like a fairly old structure. Rural. Maine, New York is right outside Binghamton. It's a rural area as far as that goes. So let's see here. Let's go ahead. Let me check WBNG here, see if there's any follow-up on the fire. On the news. Let's see. WBNG, was there any? Okay, here's another. Let's go to this one here. Let's go to this one here.
Good evening, and thank you for joining 12 News at 11. I am Atria Maneshni. We begin tonight in Broome.
Okay, before I go any further, okay, you can see this picture. This is a tall, oh, wait a minute. Here we go. You can see from this picture, let me expand this here. This is interesting. This is a different perspective coming on scene and seeing that fire the way it's looking right now. That's through the roof. This is a major fire here. And my speculation is that this fire, as you can see, there's flames coming through the roof. There's no units on scene yet. So this was called in, and there's probably maybe a 5-10 minute. If that got going within 5 or 10 minutes, you can see there's fire down on the first floor, fire on the second floor. Oh no, they're fighting it already. There's a crew already there. You can see there's the firefighters. They're in a defensive mode. They're outside the structure because that building is full of fire right there. And you can see the flames. It broke through the roof. So you do not go into a building like this. It's fully involved. You can see even at the front door, there's flames. So this is strictly a coming on scene. This is strictly a defensive fire right here. And they're already doing that. They're trying to get it up here on the top. And the premise is get the water up top, and then it can trickle down here. There's other units coming in at this point. This is probably the initial fire truck that got on scene because I only see 2 firefighters with a hose line. and they're applying water. But the fire has already broke through the back end of the roof. So the fire started somewhere on the first floor in the back of the house, because we have major flame on the first floor. So the fire started on the first floor, preferably back in the kitchen, or maybe down in the basement. My suspicion is, and this is just my opinion, this is a fast moving fire, so it has the fingerprint of an accelerant being used for a fire to get going that fast. Because if this first responding crew, they probably got there within the first 5 minutes. It's a rural area, okay? So I'm just looking at time between 5 and 10 minutes a response time to a house in a rural, because the firefighters got to get to the fire truck or to the fire station, get on the fire truck, and head out. And if they got on scene, theoretically, okay, and realistically, the fire should have only been on the first floor, but this is already punched through. So this is a major fire right here. All people got out. So somebody did something. I don't know. This will be interesting. Let's go ahead and listen to this article here. Again, I just wanted to point it out because this is a perspective that is very interesting from a firefighter's standpoint.
Good evening, and thank you for joining 12 News at 11. I am Atria Maneshny. We begin tonight in Broome County, where several agencies responded to a second alarm house fire on East Main Road in the town of Maine at about 7:30. A 12 News crew on the scene captured the footage of the blaze fully engulfing the house and shooting out of multiple windows, which has now been deemed a total loss. State Route 26, which is only a short ways away from the house, was blocked both ways, with traffic being diverted elsewhere. Chief Lewis Richardson of the Maine Fire Department spoke with 12 News about the details.
We got dispatched for a possible house fire. I was the first unit on scene. It was fully involved, both first and second floor. When I got here, we went to a second alarm immediately.
According to officers, there were no injuries involved with the fire. Responding departments included Maine and East Maine Fire Departments, Maine EMS, Endicott Fire, Whitney Point Fire, the Broome County Sheriff's Office, and NYSEG. This is a developing story, so stay with us on air and online as we try to learn more. With 12 News, Richardson was only a short ways away both ways, with traffic being diverted.
And you can see the firefighters are outside fighting a defensive fire. This is another perspective. Like I said, it's just this is a fast-moving fire, and a lot of firefighters on scene. And the most important statement on this particular video, just like in the last one, no lives were lost. That is the utmost importance and stuff like that. So, but again, looking at this, you can see the white smoke now. That means the extinguishment is taking place compared to that first picture we saw. Do I still have that? Let me see. No, that was at the beginning and stuff. We'll disregard that. Okay. No. Okay, so that's interesting. Man, that's a hot fire right there. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. That was a hot fire right there. Okay, let's see anything else on WBNG or no Fox 40. Let's see what we got. Anything? Okay, so there's nothing on there. Let's go to My Hometown News. Nothing on My Hometown News. Let's just check local. Nothing there. WNBF. Oh, I'm surprised they didn't have anything about the fire. Wow. Usually they do have something on the fire. Okay, nothing there. And then Channel 12, we just saw that article on 12. Let's see if there's anything else on Channel 12 for news-wise. We had the Oh, there's no video here, but we had they had a couple turkey trots yesterday in the snow. How come there's no video? That'd be interesting. There's some video, but there isn't. Let's see. Okay, the big thing was the fire there. That's something. And then let's see. The whale. Anything on the whale? Nothing on the whale. WAAL 99.1 FM channel. And let's see on channel 34. Not seeing anything. Let's see. We got local news. Let's see what's in the local news. Anything on the local news? And I'm not seeing anything. Nothing there. Okay. Nothing there. And then let's see. WENY. Oh, they have another turkey. This is the Guthrie turkey trot. This is a let's play this one here. This is on WENY, the 18th annual Guthrie turkey trot that was down there in Sayre, Pennsylvania. And let's go ahead and they had one in Binghamton, but this is one where we have actual video, and this will show you the weather yesterday. It was pretty sloppy, but they still ran the race. So let's go ahead and do this one here. Let's see, start it out and we'll listen.
Season approaches, a local tradition is helping people get into the festive spirit while giving back to those in need. WENY's Max Coven spent these snowy morning hours at the Guthrie Turkey Trot in Sayre and joins us with a recap. Hey Max, happy Thanksgiving.
Hey Kurt, happy Thanksgiving. Well, the Guthrie Turkey Trot had runners wobbling before gobbling a feast, and it brought runners of all ages together today for a morning of fun, but not in the sun, it was actually in the snow, and it's more than just a fun run.
It is the 18th annual Guthrie Sayre Turkey Trot. It is our biggest event in history with over 1,200 runners, and we are so excited to be here.
It was certainly a crisp morning in Sayre as hundreds of runners and walkers laced up their sneakers for the annual Guthrie Turkey Trot. Organizers say the funds will help families facing mounting medical bills, helping them keep their focus on their health and enjoying the holidays.
This is wonderful. We have amazing sponsors. The Robert Packer Hospital Auxiliary has been our presenting sponsor for years, and Williams Toyota of Sayre, they came back again this year as a platinum sponsor, along with a long list of amazing people that have made this race happen and helped us raise over $65,000 for Guthrie cancer patients receiving treatment that may be facing a financial crisis during this holiday season.
Gavin Bowers, just home from college for a quick Thanksgiving with his family, was the first runner to cross the finish line. His time? He ran 3.1 miles in just 17 minutes.
I mean, it was just it's a fun race. I've never ran a race with actively snowing out. So that was really pretty. And my toes were freezing since the start. But I'd say probably it wasn't until like the last half mile till my toes felt fine.
For many, the holiday season isn't just about celebrating, it's a time to give back. And, of course, working up an appetite just in time for Thanksgiving. Abby Burgess didn't run in the turkey trot, but she brought the Turkey Day spirit to a whole new level.
Just to bring the spirit for Thanksgiving, I mean, if I was running and I saw a turkey, it'd push me a little more, I guess. I don't know. It made me happy. Happy Thanksgiving!
Well, Kurt, I have to say my feet were very cold this morning. It actually took most of the drive back here to the studio to find feeling again, and that's debatable, actually. But it was worth it. Today's run was truly about community to help make the holidays a happy time for everyone.
Okay, that guy ran 3 miles at what was it? I calculated it was about a 5:30, 5:40, 5 minute and 40 second. Between a 5:30, 5.5 to a 5 minute and 45 second mile pace. That's quick. That is quick as far as that goes. So, but You can see, you saw in the picture when the lady was talking, the Sayre Theater. That's a nice theater. That's where I go to see my movies, down in Sayre. It's a nice old theater, and they have the main room, and then they got 2 side rooms for 3 different movies they play at that particular theater. And Rogan Fire says, I'm grateful we have free healthcare. We have good healthcare here too, Rogan. Yeah, as far as that goes, it's people knock it and stuff like that, but we take care of things and stuff like that. So people get taken care of here in the United States, despite what other people may say. And it's through events like this that they're able to do that, as far as that goes. As far as that goes, so it's if anything, it shows you what the weather was on Thanksgiving yesterday was the snow. And Sayre is on the same level here. This is just starting. They started that race. It's a 3-mile, 5,000 K. But that gentleman that won it, that's a 5.5 minute mile he was running there. That's clicking. And he's saying his toes are thing. But that's also shows the community getting together to support the community. And community is all important here in the United States, as well as in other, as far as around the world. Community is always important. Let's see, what else we got there? But it was snowing. It was snowing yesterday. Let's see, we have that. Let's see. No, there's no video there. Let's see, let's go with more here, more. And that's about it, I guess. That is about it. So let's go ahead and we'll wrap this up. And so we're able to be on. Excuse me. Let's see, we've been on. Let me see, what's the time on this one? Let's see. Doesn't show the time on this one. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I can get it right here. We've been on for 1 hour and 40 minutes, so that's pretty good. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put the text back up. Back on the live chat. And let's see. Let me check. Let's see. We got 10 people over on X Live. Thank you for the viewers on X Live. Greatly appreciated. 10 people. I wish that number would come into the Rumble Studio client, because we have a total of 7, 4 on Rumble, 1 on Locals, 2 on Twitch. So check the YouTube. We have this one person that could. And we're going to go ahead and exit stage left here. Rogan, yes, thank you for being here, my friend. It's getting late over there in Australia. You need to get some sleep, my friend. Well, the weekend's here. You're going into your Saturdays. Rogue Fire says, thank you for the stream, mate. Really enjoyed your show. I appreciate you being here and clarifying. I really like that interaction as far as for the my geography. I was way off. I was in actually in another country, not Australia and stuff like that. But our good friend Rogan Fire 69 there coming in from Australia. We appreciate you being here, my friend. Greatly appreciate it. And I also would like to thank Tina, our Jersey girl. She was in here after we this is our 3rd attempt for the people that are watching this. It took me 2-3 times to get this broadcast going, because we had a particular platform that was throttling me, I think, as far as individuals on that. It sort of gives the indication, but we'll see. But thank you, Rogue Fire, as far as that goes. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you, Tina, our Jersey girl, coming in. Salute to you, Tony D, my brother veteran, my fellow good friend, fellow broadcaster. He's at work right now down there in Georgia. I want to say thank you to, as we're going down the list here, Smoke and Schizo, my brother, Air Force veteran, fellow CE squadron member, and go Prime Beef. Go Prime Beef. Thank you, Laura. Laura coming in from Norway. Good friend. Appreciate the information on the games. I will be checking that out. I have it on my post-it here, so I will be checking that out today. Thank you for being here. And Big Juice, Steve, coming in from Ohio, the Buckeye State. Thank you, Steve, coming in into the broadcast. These are all my regulars for those folks that are watching the replay and listening. Greatly appreciated. And again, thank you very much, Rogue Fire. I know it's late for you, so thank you very much, my friend. That's tops. I like that. I appreciate it. All right, folks. And if you're watching this currently, thank you for your view, and thank you for the people that are watching on the replay, and those people that are listening for day 29 of NaPodPoMo, National Podcasters Posting Month. We have the audio up over there on @Fireman Rich over there on Spotify for creators. And thank you for the listens, and you too, Laura. Thank you very much. You have a great day too, my friend. I appreciate it, Laura, coming in from Norway. We have an international flavor here with Laura over in Norway. Rogue Fire over there in Australia, and a host of others. And again, thank you guys. Appreciate it. As far as you guys hanging out. And I'm Rich Roberts @Fireman Rich, wishing you all well as we made it to the weekend. Today is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. You can follow me over on X @Fireman Rich. X is king. X is the best, in my opinion. And I like being there. Okay, so there's other people that don't. Well, we're in an age where we have a host of places we can be at. So I'm very thankful on seeing that yesterday was one of the many things I was thankful for. But I'm primarily thankful for family, friends, and my community. I'm also thankful for all you viewers and the people in the chat, the viewers and the listeners and stuff like that. So it's been a great Thanksgiving, even though we had to change our plans yesterday. So you all have a great one wherever you may be. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks. Have a great one and have a great weekend.